Hello everyone, welcome to the 8th round of our Formula V12 Championship here in Assetto Corsa. We are now in the United States of America for the USA Grand Prix. We are in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I think it's called. Yeah, just like the old times. Last time F1 raced here was almost 20 years ago. Last time was, of course, the 2007 United States Grand Prix. And then there was a hiatus of 5 years before the United States Grand Prix came back, but that time to the new Austin track in the Texas. Well, of course, we're trying something different, not because I want to, but also because I didn't want to test Austin. Of course, Austin didn't suit for being a race during the middle of the summer, you know, just because it's extremely hot and just because it's tradition. The United States Grand Prix, the Indianapolis was always before summer or after summer, not in October or already come up to reaching the winter. But anyway, it's also a substitute to the Canadian Grand Prix. Of course, this should have been the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal, but sadly the AI is too chaotic in that track. There are a lot of bumps. There are a lot of not bumps, but there are a lot of big high curbs. And when the AI goes over the curbs, the car flips, and that would have been even worse than Melbourne. That would have been even worse than the Australian Grand Prix. But anyway, today is a new day once again. Of course, last time in the Portuguese Grand Prix we won. We started from P7, we made some great moves, and yeah, it was a smooth race, clean race. But yeah, today is a new day once again, and I'll take you through the qualifying order. So we're starting P11, behind us George Russell, disappointment. Once again, George Russell, I guess he hasn't recovered ever since he lost the race and the lead in the Spanish Grand Prix. P10, Charles Leclerc, the pain keeps going. P9 for Lando Norris, championship contender, currently third in the championship standings. Alex Palou keeps impressing, P8 start. Isaac Hadjar, P7 in the Red Bull. P6 for Oliver Behrman, fantastic result for the for the Toyota. Amazing stuff. I don't know where did that come from, but yeah, that's impressive indeed. Oscar Piastri, second in the Drivers' Championship, starts P5. Kimi Antonelli, P4. Lewis Hamilton, P3. Another top 3 start for Hamilton. Second for Fernando Alonso, who started on pole for the Portuguese Grand Prix, but Max Verstappen starts on pole position for the second time this season. The first time, of course, was in the Bahrain Grand Prix, and now Verstappen starts again on pole position. It's been a long time since he's had a great result. I think Verstappen only has 2 podiums, right? And he has been having very, very unfortunate moments throughout this season. Hopefully he can come back, because he's for sure a deserving championship contender. Lights are up, there we go. Always very careful. I guess we overtake Charles Leclerc, thank you very much. Oh, and by the way, important information. Today we don't have virtual safety car. The virtual safety car app is disabled because there is a bug with the cars. Oh no! Oh no, speaking of cars, oh no! Oh no, we have a problem. Oh, I think Verstappen is out of the race. Verstappen is out of the race. Are you kidding me? There is absolutely no way. There is absolutely no way. Verstappen is already out of the race. He started on pole position or not? No, he's actually in the race. So Verstappen is still in the race. Oh, careful. Verstappen is still in the race, but is now down to last place. It's over for Verstappen again. Pole position, and the race is basically over now. Okay, we need to focus on ourselves. We are already under attack from Charles Leclerc. We still don't have the DRS, of course. Oh, and I guess Charles Leclerc makes a move. Yeah, we're down to P10. I don't think today is going to be easier than Portimão. I think today is going to be a harder day. Let's see if we can still get to the podium. But yeah, also want to say something. From now onwards, I will share the current drivers and the championship standings in the comments. So yeah, imagine if you miss 2 races, and then if you open the sorry, I want to say from the next race. From the next race from the. Okay, it's all good. I need to focus. But as I was saying, from the next Grand Prix, starting next Grand Prix, not this one, but from the next Grand Prix, I will share the live driver standings after the Grand Prix ended in the comments. So if you want to check the Drivers and Constructor Championship, but you probably missed 1 or 2 races, now you can watch. Now you can take a look at how the championship standings are after each Grand Prix. So every time you open the Google Drive, not the Google Drive, but every time you open the Excel, you won't see Grand Prix. You won't see the standings as they are currently, even if you miss, or even if you are like 2 Grand Prix behind schedule. So yeah. Now we need to focus on our race today. 17 laps, C3 and C4 tires. Do we have already 2 retirements? There are only 18 cars on track. I think we have 2 retirements, no? I think we indeed have 2 retirements. I really hope it's not Verstappen, but once again, what can be done? What can be done at this point for him? Yeah, that terrible start. He was in the middle of a chaotic start in the Portuguese Grand Prix, and he couldn't overtake any cars at all. Big straights. The straight line speed sucks horribly. It's insane. But it's part of the game. Of course, it's part of the experience. There are Grand Prix where there are races where, of course, straight line speed won't be a problem. Ooh, I'm so scared, man. Ooh, there we go. Thanks so much, Alex Paul, for making our life easier. So we're up to P8. The layout of this Indianapolis circuit is not the same as it was in 2007, of course. There are some adjustments, some changes, especially at the end of the second sector. There are 2 very fast S's. There used to be tighter corners, like almost hairpin corners. In fact, I think there were 2 hairpin corners, and it's no longer like that in real life currently. So yeah, this is of course an updated version of the Indianapolis circuit. I'm definitely, and of course I'm not using the 2007 one. Yeah, there are many layouts inside Indianapolis. I prefer this one. Okay, we need to get past this Akajar ASAP. I think my best bet to make a move is on the first sector. Okay, there could be a chance. There could be a chance. Well. Oh, in space, and there we go. Is he with DRS? No, he doesn't have DRS, so we get past the Jakajar. Chinese Grand Prix winner. He's not behind us. There we go. Here at the front. Here at the front battle. Oliver Berman still in P5. Impressive stuff from Oliver Berman. But Lando Norris, I think Lando Norris makes a move. Awesome move from Lando Norris. Is it done? Is it done? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Oliver Berman still ahead of Lando Norris, and Lando Norris is under pressure from us. Yeah, no chance, of course. No chance, but we have the pace. Today, I believe we have the pace. We just gotta keep going until we get the right move, and it's probably the opportunity now, or is it the same scenario? Yeah, it's the same scenario as last, just like the last lap. I'm tempted to pit on lap 8, so maybe next lap for C3 tires. Okay, so seems like the order currently Lando Norris P6, Oliver Berman P5, right? Then P4 Antonelli, P3 Piastri, and P2 Hamilton. Hamilton and Alonso are in a world apart. Insane. Yeah, speaking of Hamilton, he actually makes a stop now. So Hamilton goes for another undercut. The undercut worked perfectly in Portimão. I'm now the one pitting this lap. But yeah, Fernando Alonso has done a great job leading the race comfortably, just like he was in Portimão, really. So Alonso having a great championship so far after having a terrible start at Bahrain. In Bahrain, he quickly recovered for an outstanding P2 finish and survival in the Australian Grand Prix. Oh, whoa, whoa! And there we go. We make a great move on Lando Norris. Oh. Okay, there we go. So I'm making the pit stop now. Wait, am I going to the... Wait, is it the... Okay, it is. I think it is. Okay, it is. Okay, it is. We lost a lot of time now. Yeah, we lost a lot of time now. I was really confused. I thought I was going for the infield track or something. But yeah, this pit stop is long as hell. It's good to stretch your legs, stretch your hands, arms. There you go. So cars out of the race: Esteban Ocon and Nico Hülkenberg. Kokonashin Otta also out of the race. So 3 retirements. I wonder what happened there. Oh no, this is not good news. This is definitely not good news. Oh, this is definitely not good news. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this to happen. Okay, nice. Oof, we lost a lot of time now. Oh man, pit stops are bugged as well. Man, we are now behind Alex Palou. I think we're now behind Alex Palou. Terrible start. Terrible pit stop for us. I had completely forgotten that the pit stops are bugged in this track. So bugged that of course I cannot use virtual safety car. It's like the track or the game doesn't detect, doesn't recognize the cars that are on track and off track or in the pit lane. So because they are cars retired from the track, the game thinks they're on the track. But cars retired on the pit lane, the game thinks the cars are retired on track. That's why it triggers the yellow flag. And that's why I had to disable the virtual safety car. Still, it has been a clean race so far. No excuses to trigger virtual safety cars anyway. So it's not like it's really changing the dynamic of the race. So yeah. Okay, Fernando Alonso hasn't pitted yet, or is he pitting? No, he still hasn't pitted. Fernando Alonso is extending his stint like a madman. still has C4 tires. Of course, he'll still stay ahead of us unless there's something happens. Something happens to him. And we are in no man's land currently. We lost so much time in the pit lane that we are now even behind Charles Leclerc and Alex Palou. And these guys have made their stops already, so disgraceful race for us. Of course, I'm doing the best I can with the fastest laps. Okay, we are ahead of Max Verstappen. Poor guy, poor guy. We could be under pressure for him. Man, what's happening with Max, man? So unlucky. It's annoying. Why are these things happening? I don't understand. Freaking brakes, man. Freaking brakes, man. GG's. I'm cooked. I'm basically cooked. Ah, man, I hate this brake so much, bro. It's insane. Okay, at least we have some cars ahead of us. We can have some fun. But I don't think P10 will be possible today. It's insane. Everything was looking so good. We were looking for a podium, and suddenly it all goes downhill. Can we make the move on the Stroll? We do. Alright. Was nice from the outside. Just like we did, actually the opposite what we did to Ajar. Ah, locks, yeah. And the brakes again. The brakes again. Yeah, that's why I brake earlier than the AI. That's because I have no trust whatsoever with the brakes. And this time I wanted to brake late because Lance Stroll was right on my side, so I still wanted to keep that position. Well, disastrous Grand Prix for Porsche. This could be our first Grand Prix without scoring points. Verlaine, our teammate, my teammate just behind us. We're fighting for P12 or something. Meanwhile, I think Verstappen is what, P11, right? I think it's P11. Lewis Hamilton is now leading the race, by the way. The last winner of the Indianapolis Grand Prix, or United States Grand Prix at Indianapolis, is now leading the race. How poetic! And of course, Hamilton is having a great comeback season. Of course, he made a pole position in the Chinese Grand Prix. I think he lost because of a virtual safety car. He finished second. And now he's having his revenge. But and once again, Aston Martin with a stinker strategy. They didn't learn that staying out is not ideal. The undercut here is crucial. Yeah, and Hamilton is flying, man. And Hamilton is dominating the race. I hope Fernando is second at least. Will that be insane? Because that's exactly the 1-2 finish from McLaren in the 2007 Grand Prix. So that's insane, actually. Okay, second attempt on Stroll. There we go, we have the RS, I think so has he. Yeah, he still has the RS, but yeah, we had much better top speed there. Oh man, Kevin Magnussen, bro, yeah. A Hyundai stinker. Oh my god, oh! Whoa, that was insane. Whoa! Okay, can we still catch Max and then Charles Leclerc? Well, George Russell. 3 laps to go, 15, 16 and 17. George Russell is another driver with lots of bad luck this season so far. Ah man, if it wasn't for that 2 mistakes, man. Those stupid mistakes. We could have recovered the top 10 at least. I still believe. George Russell is on the other side. It was my last lap, so in the last lap I gained 1.2 seconds on Verstappen. And I gained 1 second on George Russell. Oh, final lap. Yeah, that's the next lap is the final lap. But I think Hamilton has been losing some ground. Now probably the C3 tires are dying at this stage. But he should stay in the lead. Yeah, there we go, P12 currently. I don't think we'll be able to overtake. I don't think we can even overtake Verstappen. Yeah, that mistake, that lock-up, ruined it all. We were ahead of Verstappen, so we definitely could have recovered the P10, at least. Maybe P8 even. And now we are on the verge of losing the championship lead again. After a masterclass in Portugal. There we go. Lewis Hamilton then wins the United States Grand Prix. First win of the season for Ferrari. And there we go. I wonder who finishes second. I really hope it's... I want to think it's Oscar and Alonso. I don't know the order, of course. But there we go. That's the end for us. All the cars behind finishing the races as well. And we had other retirements. So there we go. There we go. That's the final result standings. Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso making the 2007 United States Grand Prix podium remake. That's fantastic. That's so cool, actually. That's so cool. What a coincidence. Kimi Antonelli comes on third. That's his second podium of the season. Lando Norris P4. I'm not sure if it's enough to recover the championship lead. I mean, was he even leading the championship? I forgot, but he gained 12 points on us. Isaac Hadjar P5. Oscar Piastri, man, what happened to Oscar Piastri? He was looking for a P3 finish, and he ended up finishing P6. Oliver Byrne, and then for Toyota, best result of the season for Toyota, finishes P7. Charles Leclerc, finally, well, not really a decent result when your teammate wins and you finish 11 seconds behind him, 10 seconds behind him. Alex Palou keeps scoring points for Honda, P9. George Russell, 1 point. Max Verstappen, disastrous race for him. He was started on pole position. He had trouble in the first corner, and yeah, he was down to last place. Myself, finished P12, disastrous pit stop. P13 for Lance Stroll, P14 for Kevin Magnussen, P15 Gabriel Bortoleto. Pascal Wehrlein retired from the race then. So these are the retirements: Pascal Wehrlein, Nick de Vries, Kakashi Nota, Nick Hulkenberg, and Esteban Ocon. So one disastrous race for Ocon and a masterclass race for Oliver Bowman. So it compensates for Toyota. As for the fastest lap, I get the fastest lap 180. So yeah, that's it everyone. Those are the results of the United States Grand Prix. See you in the next race.